Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So today's session we are going to discuss about timing diagram for STA instruction. Okay, so this STA instruction is a 3-byte instruction. So last video we discussed in 2-byte instruction and also 1-byte instruction. Okay, so how to fetch the opcode value, then how to read the data. Okay, so it's a given instruction STA4300H. Okay, so before drawing the timing diagram, first you assign the program counter value for the specified instruction. So you assign the program counter value. So here I am taking 2400H. So it's a program counter memory location. So this location point the instruction. The given instruction is STA4300H. Okay. So in this memory location, it represents the opcode data for STA instruction. Okay. So the opcode value is stored in the memory location, program counter location. Then the next location of program counter is 2401. So in this location, it point the lower order address location of the specified instruction. The lower order value 00H. Okay. The next program counter location is 2402. So in this location, point the higher order address location. Okay. So after reading the higher order and lower order address location, then only you can transfer the accumulator content into the memory location. So it's a format of a program counter value. So the corresponding memory location is stored the opcode data as well as lower order address and higher order address. Okay. Then the basic function of the instruction, whatever value present in accumulator, that content is transferred to the memory location. The specified memory location is 4300. So after execution of this instruction, the accumulator content is transferred to the specified memory location. Okay. So next we find the machine cycle. So how many machine cycles is required to execute the STA instruction? Okay. So the first machine cycle is opcode fetch. Okay. So opcode fetch for STA instruction, it requires 4 times cycle. Okay. So second machine cycle is, you can read the lower order address and also read the higher order address. You can get the two memory read function. So memory read, the first function read the lower order address of the specified memory location 3T. Then the second memory read 3T. So this memory read function is denote to get the higher order address location for the specified instruction. Okay. So after getting the higher order address and lower order address, you can move the data from A register to specified memory location. So register to memory transfer means here you can use memory write function. Okay. So memory write 3T. So totally you need 13 time cycle required to execute the instruction. Okay. So it's a step 1. First you find the machine cycle, opcode fetch, memory read and memory write. Then you go for the timing diagram. So it's a basic structure of a timing diagram. So these are the signals: clock, A8 to A15, AD0 to AD8, ALE, IO/M bar, S1, S0, read bar and write bar. Okay. So beginning of the signal is clock. So to activate the blocks. Okay. So here you are using the falling edge. So every falling edge, the timing diagram, it may vary the functions. Okay. So here you are using the 13 time cycles. So first 4 time cycle represent the opcode fetch, then memory read, final one is memory write function. Okay. The T1 to T4 represent the opcode fetch. The second signal is A8 to A15. So in this signal, it represents to get the higher order address location of the program counter. Okay. So it's a program counter address location. The first location is 2400. Okay. So in this location, you can only get the higher order address location. So here you write 24. So 24 is a higher order address location. After that, AD0 to AD8. So it's a multiplexed address and data line. So in this bus, it carry the address as well as data. So PCL represent for program counter lower value. Here lower value is 0, 0 H. You write the lower value 0, 0. Then you can get the opcode data for the STA. So here you write the opcode data. So opcode data for the specified instruction STA. Okay. The next signal is ALE. So it's a latch enabled signal, address latch enabled signal. So beginning of the time cycle only, it goes to 1. So in this case, you can get the address value. So remaining rest of the 3 state, it get the data. Okay, so this value equal to 0. So in this case, you can get only data, 8-bit data value. The next one is IO/M bar S1 and S0. So this signal is represent whether the data is get from memory location or IO device. Then the status. So it fetch the opcode value or read function or write function. Just it declare. Okay. So here IO/M bar, you can get the data from memory location. You can get the opcode value from the memory location. So here you put 0. So 0 represent to get the value from the memory location. The S1 and S0 value, both the values are 1 because, so in this cycle you can get only opcode value. Okay. So here both the values are 1. S1 and S0 values are 1. Okay. The next signal is RD bar. So RD bar means read the data. Okay. So when read the data means in the T3. So in the time cycle T3 only you can read the opcode data. So in this particular time only the read signal goes to 0. Remaining rest of the time it goes to high value. So 0 means RD bar. So active low signal. Okay. The next one is write function. So in this period you can't write the data to any register. So it's a high value. The next cycle is memory read. So here allocating the 3 time cycles, namely called T5 to T7. Okay. So the next cycle, so here 2401. So in this memory location you can get the lower order address location. First you fetch the higher order value. So PCH value is 24. Okay. Then you can read the lower order address value. Lower order address value is 01. Then the data. Okay. So data is 00. 00. Okay. So here also the starting of the time cycle only the ALE signal equal to 1. Rest of the time it goes to 0. So in this particular time you can read the program counter lower order address. Then the T7th time cycle you can read the data. So data for the corresponding memory location. Then the next signal is IO/M bar. Here also you can read the data from memory location. So here you write 0. Then S1 value 1, S0 value 0. So it represents the read function. So read the data. Okay. Then the read signal it only activate after getting the data. So 0 or D bar. Okay. So write function, there is no write function. So it maintain the active high signal only. Then next signal T8 to T10. So it's also memory read function. So here also using the 3 time cycles. Okay. Next you can read the program counter higher order address location. You consider the memory location is 2402. The program counter higher value is 24. The lower value is 02. Then the corresponding data is 43. Here you write 43. Likewise, the signal is ALE. The T8 signal only, it's a high level. Remaining rest of the signal, it's go to 0. So in this case, you can read the program counter lower order address location. So here you can read the data. Okay. So IO/M bar, here also you can get the data from memory location. So here also read function. So S1 1 and S0 value 0. Okay. So in the period of T10 only the read signal goes to low. So 0 value. So in this particular time only you can read the data. So 43. So after getting the higher order value, lower order value, it ready to transfer the accumulator value to memory location. Okay, so it's a lost signal memory write function. Okay, so program counter higher order address location is 43. So you consider the specified memory location 43. Then program counter lower address location you get from the specified location 00. Okay, so after the data, so whatever data present in accumulator, that value move to the memory location. I consider the accumulator value is 05. So data value is 05. Okay, so AL value equal to 1. That time you can read the program counter lower order address location, then it goes to 0. So in this time you can get the data value. Okay, so next IO slash mbar S0 and S1. So here memory write function. So here also you consider the memory, you put 0, then the S1 value 0, S0 value 1. So it represents the memory write function. Okay, so in this case there is no read function, so it maintains the active high signal. So only write function only performing. The time period of T13 only enable the write function. So W or bar value equal to 0. So active low signal. So in this case only it enables the data. Okay, you can write the data to the specified memory location. Okay. So it's a timing diagram of STA. You first write the program counter value, then you are allocating the opcode corresponding memory location, then the lower order address, higher order address value. After that you can find the machine cycle. So how many machine cycles required. After that you can draw the timing diagram. Okay. So thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe. Thanks.